Welcome back to another entry in my video diary in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on in Fawnhollow today? Did I play much last night? I don't think I did anything last night. I didn't even water my flowers because I didn't need to. It was raining. So that's very convenient for me. I did check if Celeste or Whisper was in town. Neither Celeste nor Whisper was in town. Apart from that, I don't think I did anything else. Not what I can think of. But anyway, let's listen to Isabelle first. Hello everyone, right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:22 PM on Thursday, May 14th, 2020. And there isn't really any news to speak of today. Yesterday's cooking show was spiced borscht. I don't even know what that is. But good luck Isabelle with trying it out tonight. I feel like my microphone's too high up, hold on. Borscht, borscht, borscht. Have we got any fantastic new flowers? No. Well, not pansies, at least. What do we have over here? Something from Flick. Dear patron of the arts, behold, my piece inspired by the orchid mantis is at last finished. I worked tirelessly to capture the lightness for you, and I hope you enjoy it. May it bring bugs even further into your heart. Is that Flick's voice? I just can't remember. Oh, I got all my presents ready, so that's good. Let's see what this looks like. This one I'm interested in. Ooh. This one actually looks really good. I'll put that outside the museum. And I also noticed there's a blue hyacinth back here. I don't know how this spawned. That was a low chance, I suppose. Now my microphone seems too low. Oh, what am I doing? Anyway, that was a low probability, but thank you for blue hyacinth. I'll say hello to Eric. And what's been going on in my life? You know what has happened has got me really excited. Well, okay, maybe not really excited, more like moderately excited because, you know, got to temper my expectations. And let me just tell you what it is before I prattle on any longer, is there's a new Paper Mario trailer that has been released like literally an hour or so ago for Paper Mario the Origami King. Now, I don't know if any of you are followers of the Paper Mario series, but it started with the N64 version of Paper Mario, which I think was just called Paper Mario, probably, something like that. I mean, that was like released before I was born, to be fair, I think. But I played it, and it was really fun. It's a fantastic RPG, and it's where it all started. And then after that, some years later, I don't know how many years, because it was also probably not before I was born. But actually, you know, Paper Mario probably wasn't released before I was born. Hold on, I'm not that young. Okay, it was released when I was 3, but still. Anyway, after that came Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door, which is, no question, one of my favourite games of all time. It almost certainly makes my top 5. It is a fantastic RPG, full of charm, it's got great mechanics, a good amount of difficulty, a lot of depth, and has a very distinct aesthetic style going for it, which it sticks through quite well. So yeah, I absolutely love a Paper Mario 1000-Year Door series. If you love it as well, you should check out my Bug Fables Let's Play, which is like a spiritual successor in a different sense, I suppose. It's about more like, it pays homage, I suppose, is what you'd say, if you were a human being, unlike me for some reason, to that series. And it does a very good job at it, I think. It's got a lot of a charm as well. So if you like that Paper Mario series, do give that a look, or a try for yourself, to be honest. After that came Super Paper Mario, which was a big change up in the series because it dropped the RPG elements. It was actually more of a platformer. Well, it was a platformer, I suppose. It's sort of an RPG platformer style, so it didn't have turn-based RPGs. All the battles were in 2D platform space, basically. Which is certainly interesting, and we have a decreasing turnip pattern this week, so unfortunately I'm going to have to sell my turnip somewhere else. Oh, that's expensive. I can't buy that right now. So I'll give that a pass. But anyway, Super Mario, it was actually pretty decent. It had a lot of a charm in the characters, and the characters are very memorable, I think, in that one, to me. And the worlds were pretty good. It's a shame, I think, it lost a turn-based RPG, but, you know, Nintendo, it's just how we do things. They're like, let's try and change things up every single time. We don't like to make the same game twice, which, you know, there's benefits and deficits, I think, to that. That's a special blue hyacinth, so we definitely need to keep that around. Let's just see what the space is on our inventory. We'll put this one here because it's not special. That's a special blue hyacinth, which has an increased chance of giving us purple hyacinths. Did you know? So, so I can see Sahara there off in the distance. So this is the special one, which we'll put here because it's special. So yeah, Super Paper Mario was an interesting change-up. I think it did pretty well. It was an interesting change-up in the series. I would have preferred it to be a turn-based RPG, but it was okay. Then came out Sticker Star and Color Splash, which were both, I was told many times to not get them because I would not enjoy them. Or I'd feel incredibly disappointed by them. And from reviews, they were... I don't think they were bad from what I heard, but I'd heard they weren't great. And as a spiritual successor to some really good games previously in the series, I felt like I heard they were basically just disappointing, which is a real shame, to be honest, because it's a really fantastic series, and from what I heard, Nintendo... Okay, basically what happened is how do I speak? Again, I'm not an expert because I've never actually played or bought these games. It's just what I've heard, is that they had the turn-based RPG system brought back, but they, instead of having like actions you can take, it was based off like a card-based inventory system, which is interesting in its own right, but apparently it wasn't particularly well executed and a lot of the depth was lost in the game, which is a shame for such a great series, so. But anyway, the new one's come out, or the trailer, sorry, not the new one's come out, the new trailer has come out for one coming on Switch called Paper Mario and the Origami King, which is super exciting, and it just makes total sense in my mind because origami is such an obvious like avenue for that game series to go down, so I'm surprised it hasn't been done earlier, if anything. And it looks interesting. It seems, from what I've seen, they've released a trailer and they released like a small combat teaser, I suppose, for the game. And what seems to be different in this one is it's like got is that a tiger butterfly in the back? Hold on. That's like the largest tiger butterfly I've ever seen. That is a tiger butterfly. Why does it look so weird? Anyway, so it brought back the turn-based RPG mechanics, and it's a bit interesting because rather than being straight 2D, like you're on one side, on the left side, and the enemies on the right side, and they've got like bug vehicles, they've got different depths. They can be like flying, or they've got like some of them could be further back. It's got like a circular system where your character, Mario, Paper Mario in this case, and presumably partners, which are apparently returning. I sure do. Is at a centre of a circle, and the layers are concentric circles going outwards in rings for like 4 or 5 layers. I can't quite remember, which is very interesting. And what you can do is you can seem to sort of rotate the circles to rotate the enemies, and then what you're meant to do is try and line them up, I suppose, for certain attacks, which will give you certain boosts in damage, or I don't know, other special effects I can imagine. Which is interesting because apparently it adds a puzzle element to the game, which, you know, me personally, I'm just like, ooh, puzzle elements. That's got me interested. And it does seem, from the short combat trailers, they've done away with the card-based system of having to basically use items to do your battles, which is good, I think. Definitely a plus for the series. So basically, I'm hoping they're sort of returning to the roots of the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door or the original Paper Mario style. I'm remaining modestly excited because I don't want to basically be disappointed, is what it boils down to, unfortunately. I don't want to get my hopes up and then be disappointed, because that's just like the worst feeling. Okay, it's not the worst feeling, but it doesn't feel great. Especially for a series which you love so dearly and have so much nostalgia for, right? So, we'll see how that pans out. I'm still excited despite the fact I'm trying to keep it modest. So hopefully it works out. I'm very interested in this new like ring-based RPG like lining up system, because it's not, I don't think it's something I've seen before in other games, at least. I mean, granted, I haven't played a huge amount of other RPGs, but still, it's something new, I think. Or maybe it's not new, maybe it's been used thousands of times before. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Something which will, I hope, be a return to form. And to be honest, it's also coming out in July, because I know that's probably something which is rather important to a game release, is when it actually comes out. Vivian's crafting something. So yeah, it's coming out July 17th, I think. I sure do know how to make this. which is actually really soon, to be honest. And I can't believe there was literally like no leaks or data mines, or not data mines, just leaks, I suppose, or other teasers or mentions about it. It just completely out of the blue. Well, from what I know, I mean, maybe other people knew more about it, but I had no idea it was a thing until the trailer dropped, and it's super exciting, I think. I'm ready to hopefully relive my nostalgia, like Bug Fables is currently doing right now. As I'm playing through Bug Fables, which I've spoken about before, watch the series if you're interested in it. It's sort of bringing me back the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door childhood nostalgia, because Bug Fables is a game with a lot of character. For one, it's just a good game, and the mechanical sense, this Joy-Con drift is very frustrating. Oh, another purple tulip just out of nowhere. Look at all these random hybrids we're getting from a rainy day. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, firstly, it's just a good game in itself, so, you know, of course I'm having a great time playing it. But also because I think it... Ooh! This is the pink we need. We got 2 more black lilies, which is always exciting. So, yeah, it's a... what? It really nails the characterization, I think, that Paper Mario had before, of a much more... I'm not gonna say cheesy, but like, you know, intriguing characters, full of charm, personality, a bit more depth, and they're very distinctive, so, you know, they're always recognisable, because that's the thing that Paper Mario Thousand Year Door had, is they had partners with all very distinct personalities, and I don't know why there was just a piece of hardwood there, but very distinct personalities and traits, and another green mum, a purple mum. Sorry, I just got super excited there. Yeah, and I hope that's basically a return to form. Because, I mean, if Bug Fables can do it, why can't Nintendo or whoever makes it currently? Actually, you know what? Plant this again here. We want to get rid of those middle yellow mums, because these green mums won't produce any more purple mums, I believe. It's a good day for mums. 2 more green mums and another purple mum. So we'll plant these down, move us over here. Let's put these yellow mums over at Hippo's house. And we'll dig up another pink mum. So yeah, Bug Fables is really scratching that sort of RPG itch, because I do quite like RPGs, to be honest. It's definitely... Look at all these random hybrids out of nowhere. My pockets are full? Okay, let's swap it with something. I can't swap it with a flower. Why? We are holding too many things. Completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, it's scratching that good RPG itch with... which does a good balance of having interesting enough mechanics, which aren't super overloaded, and also has a good story with good characters. I think characters are one of the most important things for me in a story. Is, like, I do care about overarching story and all that, but I also really care about having characters. I don't necessarily have to relate to them or such, but characters I care for. And characters with, you know, motives. I think most people agree with that. They want characters with motives. I'm going to put down some flowers over here before I completely overload. Oh, hello, Lily. So yeah, characters. And the characters in Bug Fables are very engaging, they're charismatically charming, they're very distinctive as well, and they bounce off, and most importantly actually I think, is they bounce off each other really well. They have their interpersonal relationships are very sweet. And you can see it develop over time, which I think is absolutely swell and just makes my heart go, yes, this is what I've been looking for. Let's stop this trailer for as we look at some of these new furniture items. Let's try and put it here so we have enough space to pick it up again. Or I could just not. Excuse me, what did I just pick up? What on earth did I have above my doorway? A wasp head model? Yeah, I'm messed up. I just want to move these turnips, to be honest. Okay, we can put that in storage. We'll move this over here so we have a bit of space. I was going to eat them. That'd be an incorrect move. Let's see what this fossil rug. That seems interesting. Ooh, that is actually very sick. Pick up a rug. I don't want to pick up these other pieces of furniture. That's a new one as well. Oh my god. Please. Animal Crossing, work with me here. Anyway, let's see what this next rug is. Let's put that in storage so we can actually clear up our inventory space a little bit. That was a green stripes rug, but I put it in storage for some reason. Place on wall. Laboratory wall. Oh, that's spooky. What are those? I have no idea. There's another interesting one though. A dungeon wall. I think we have this one. Yeah, we have this one. I think I commented on its parallax. Ah, we have this one as well. Let's put our stuff away. And what's this? I thought we were going to put outside a museum instead of the blue bottle, probably. So yeah, what was I talking about before? Characterization. Characterization in RPGs. It's honestly one of the most important parts, I think, for me. Maybe it is one of them. Another blue pansy. What on earth? Maybe it is the most important part for me. I don't really know. I'm undecided on that. New windflowers. Just a regular old blue. Someday we're going to get purple pansies and purple windflowers. Apart from a blue rose, I think they're the only other two colours we're missing. So, we're getting there. Let's move these windflowers down. Now that they sprouted. I'm trying to think of another RPG with really good characters in. I don't know. I mean, if you have one, right? Of course, comment it down below. If somehow you're watching this far into this episode, to be honest. 17 minutes in, I don't think many people watch 17 minutes in, to be honest. Even most dedicated people. But if you somehow made it this far, good job. Thank you very much for your support, to be honest. It's much obliged. Yeah, whatever. I feel like I haven't played many RPGs for ages, to be honest. I mean, there's Pokemon Sword and Shield, but, you know, that's not really known for its characterization, shall we say? It's rather, how should I put it? Not amazing characterization? Which is a shame. I mean, I'm not going to go into that whole shebang. If you follow any Pokemon news, you've probably heard it already. Pokemon Sword and Shield, new one in the series, there's a lot of outrage over things that they do in it. It's an okay game, in my opinion. I don't think it's nearly as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be. But it's certainly not that great. It lacks a lot of charm. I don't even know why we need these special blue hyacinths anymore, to be honest, because we've already got these, we already got purple hyacinths. You're completely correct. Let's just plant these blue ones over here then. We've run out of room. Okay, we need to start giving away some of these hyacinths. Flo's not in her house. Was Axel in his home? I didn't actually look. Please, Joy-Con. Oh, hello Roscoe. What's up? Hey kiddo, someone told me about the other day that BFF means best friends forever. Here I was thinking it was a sound effect, you know, like when you let the air out a tire. Poof. Anyway, we should have some kind of BFF greeting or something, don't you think? Sure. Oh, this is the wrong voice. Huh, I knew this was a good idea. Alright, lay along me, kiddo. How about... what intonation? That's not really a greeting. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Howdy, sugar cube. Nah, that's not something Roscoe would say. Howdy, kiddo. Let's do that. So just checking it. Howdy, kiddo. That works for you. That's right. Howdy, kiddo. I like it. Now we've got our own weird little saying, just like a couple of weirdos should have. Oh, Roscoe. How's it going, kiddo? This is... What? You want to give me something? Wait, do they say greetings followed by their catchphrase? Is Roscoe going to say howdy, kiddo, kiddo? I might mess up. Well then, might as well get to unwrapping. What's the last good RPG I played? I don't know, Pokemon, actually, I haven't even finished Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, I played through a lot of it, don't get me wrong. I played up to, like, let me think. I think I'm just before the Elite Four. The reason I'm taking so long is Pokemon Sword and Shield is probably the easiest game in the mainline Pokemon series. And it's easy for a few reasons. The first thing is, in, I can't remember, X and Y, I think they introduced an XP share, which basically means instead of just one Pokemon getting experience for defeating an enemy, all your party gets experience. Which I actually quite like, because it means you don't have to grind as much and to try and keep your party level, which is honestly very convenient in my eyes. Some people think it's too easy, which is also fair, but I think it was okay in X and Y. It might have been a little tad too easy, but you can just turn it off if you find it too easy. Oh, I already chatted with Flo today. So Pokemon Sword and Shield also has that XP share business going on, so all your Pokemon get experience when you defeat an enemy, which, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's put this recipe down so we can free up our inventory space. But it's like super easy, this game. Like, I didn't mean to do that. Like, literally, you can just breeze through entire gyms with one Pokemon without, who's like under-leveled even still, and it's honestly a little ridiculous, in my opinion. So what I did, I was like, okay, instead of having, because if you don't play Pokemon, what you normally do is you have 6 Pokemon making up your team, I suppose. And I was like, okay, how about instead of having just 6 Pokemon, I'll have a load of rotating Pokemon. I'll have like 18 or something, so then they won't be super over-leveled. They'll just be, hopefully, maybe slightly under-leveled. And as it happens, a lot of the Pokemon I thought were really cool, you couldn't get towards the end of the game. Till the end of the game. So, that's a bit sad. So basically, it's like I played that game with just like 12 Pokemon, and if anything. Oh, my Discord disconnected, that's a bit weird. Which is... interesting. Oh my god, shovel. Well, I guess we have to go get a new shovel. I'll plant some more pink flowers down here. What was I talking about? Oh, Pokemon. Right, I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I had a rotating team of 18 Pokemon, because I was like, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, apparently my internet's just down. I'm just looking at it. So yeah, and turns out you can only get some of the Pokemon towards very late in the game, so... Oh my word. Just chop a random tree down. Which is a big inconvenience, because I wanted to sort of like, you know, level up with them together, but like one of them I wanted was Ice Cube, and you can only get that basically just before the last gym, and you know, that's like, that's way too late to be getting some Pokemon, to be honest. In my personal opinion. Like, Ice Cube isn't even like the pseudo-legendary of that generation, so... Pseudo-legendary meaning like it's, I don't really know what constitutes a pseudo-legendary, but it's basically like, you would imagine this would be a legendary Pokemon, but it's not. Anyway... Yeah, so then I just kind of got burnt out a bit, because those new Pokemon I was getting were a little bit lower leveled than the Pokemon that had been in my party the entire time, and I want to build up affection with them using my Pokemon camping, so I just never got around to beating the 8th gym, and I wasn't super infused because I didn't really care about the story in that Pokemon game. The characters were like meh, I can't even remember most of them. Like, I don't remember any of their names. Oh, that's a bandage. That's a bandage dragonfly. Let me think. There's Hop, that's your rival. I think it's like BD. I don't even know if that's his name. He's like your other rival. Another black rose, eh? That's always good. A white rose? Is that a hybrid white rose? That must be a hybrid. I don't think we need these hybrids anymore, so I actually need to stop talking about random stuff to actually think when I'm dealing with my roses. Produces a white multiple times, give it to Vivian. But hasn't produced anything up there yet. I don't think we need this white one anymore. No, we don't. So we'll just plop this somewhere. I don't know. I guess we'll put it in Sylvana's garden. Yeah, so yeah, I just wasn't super enthused to go back to playing Pokemon, which is a shame. I do like the Pokemon series. I mean, because one very positive thing I'll say about that game is that Pokemon game has some really great Pokemon designs and some really good environments. The problem is they're really short. Okay, the game itself is quite short, but like the routes are even shorter, to be honest. Like I think it's called Glimwood Tangle. I think is honestly Glimwood Tangle and its respective what's the word? City? Town? Village? I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever the word is actually maybe my favourite environment in Pokemon of all time. It's so pretty, and it's aesthetically so cool and so fitting of the fairy type aesthetic, which is what it's known for. But like Glimwood Tangle is super small. It's so short, and it's not even the shortest route. I think the shortest route, I can't remember what route it is, but it's literally like you fight 2 trainers and you're done. And I was like, okay, that's it. It just, I suppose, left me feeling a little bit unsatisfied playing the game, and I just got no motivation to go back to it. Not like, I mean, like these other games which I started playing, started doing this YouTube channel for, was like games I knew I wanted to play, but I just couldn't muster the energy to play at some time, even though I knew they were good games. These games were just like, take them or leave them. I mean, someday I'll go back and I'll finish Pokemon, probably. I mean, I think I did the same thing with X and Y. I just left it for ages, and then I just finally got back around to it. In fact, I haven't even finished Black 2 or White 2. I can't remember which one I have. I think I have Black 2. Which is surprising, because I actually really like Black and White. Black and White, I think, might have been... They're not my favourite Pokemon games, but story-wise, they're definitely my favourite. I like the characters in it a lot, and I really like a lot of the Pokemon in it. I know one of the most common complaints about that game is the fact that you're forced into using new Pokemon from the get-go. To me, that's a benefit, because I only use new Pokemon in each generation. I try to never use older Pokemon from previous generations, because I mean, maybe I have a better chance to be in my team. So yeah. That's my 28-minute talk on Pokemon RPGs, I suppose. I don't know how to put this. I'm just going to put this here. I'll talk to Benedict about giving him some flowers if I ask him about turnip prices. What should I do now? I don't know, it's been a pretty uneventful sort of day. Just mainly sorting out a load of flowers that we got, to be honest. Who are we not giving stuff to? I'm not even paying attention to who we've seen. Vivian done, no, done. Oh, Diana and Hippo. It's always Hippo. Okay, we'll try and hunt them down. I didn't actually look at Diana's house, to be fair. And Hippo's house I always forget about. You're right there, Peacock Butterfly. Whoops. Oh well. Too many hyacinths and tulips. I saw that present back there. Do not worry, I will get it. There it is. In my sights. There should be money, right? I think the colour of a balloon donates what's inside it. Apparently not. I thought that's what it was. Like the blue ones, maybe it's just like a high % chance. Like the blue ones just always gave materials, the yellow ones gave money, the red ones gave furniture. I don't know what other colours there are. I think that's all of them. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do for the rest of today, to be honest. Oh, Diana, you're not even here. What about you, Hippo? Are you in? Oh my god. Hippo's bias. Are you sitting down? Okay, well that's going to be difficult to give stuff to you, but I'll talk to you anyway. But maybe he'll hop up. Maybe I'll record some bug fables after this. I've done all my recording I need to for this week, so got all the episodes done. Fair enough, Hippo. I guess I'll check out Able Sisters, and we'll check out their ABD and stuff. Maybe I'll record some bug fables. I don't know if I'm feeling up for a recording right now. Or more recording, I don't know. I feel like I've basically used most of my conversational juices. Well, the good thing about bug fables is I don't have to free flow like random dialogue off the top of my head and random conversations. Because bug fables, I can mainly just talk about what on earth is going on in this. I can mainly just talk about what's going on in the story, which is great for those games. See, maybe we've got pupils. There's another thing I read, and I think on Reddit. Oh my god, I forgot. Why can't I get in when I'm in costume? It doesn't make sense to me. I can't remember what I was saying at all. Yeah, there's good and bad things. Like, the fact that I can just speak about the story is always good. Oh my god, baby rompers. Let's buy one baby romper. It's good because, you know, I'm not always amazing at not free speech, what? Speaking about whatever comes to mind. So the fact I only have to do an Animal Crossing is often a lot better. Because it's a lot of effort. For me personally, to come up with a lot of different, I suppose, conversational topics to try and talk about, try and keep entertaining. Bug Fables takes a lot of that pressure off by just being like, hey, here's something interesting going on. Just read out the dialogue and you're good. And I'm like, thank you. Sometimes that's what you need. So I'm glad I only had to record one of these sort of things every day. So I feel like I had to do that a lot more in things like Heaven's Vault, where there's not often dialogue. I mean, there's spurts of dialogue, definitely. But, that and Hollow Knight. There's not nearly as much dialogue as there is in Bug Fables. But most of that time I'm just talking about the game anyway, because I'm just talking about my mechanics and how bad I am, all the puzzles. I'm like, oh, look at this language. Is it something, 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 something? I don't know. Watch them for yourself. You can decide for yourself. I mean, no one's even watching this far, so no one's even knowing what I'm talking about. So I'm not particularly worried about that. I'm just gonna withdraw some cash so I can buy that billiards table. And once we bought that, maybe we'll round off the episode like there. Don't know where Diana is. She's probably in the museum though, since I haven't found her anywhere. What else? Anything else? Not that I can think of. Yeah, I don't know. What's happening? Terraria's happening soon. I wonder if I should do a YouTube series on that. But I'm going to play with my friends, so I'm not sure if they want to be recorded. Where did you come from, Diana? Were you here this entire time? You know what probably was? She was probably in her home, and then when I went around and visited her home, she probably went to the store. So yeah, Terraria. Maybe I'll play through new Terraria patch in a YouTube video. I don't know, no promises. I'd have to draw another thumbnail for that though. To be fair, drawing thumbnails are super fun, but it's also a lot of effort in some cases. Especially when I try and balance a load of other things going on, but you know, that's not a story you need to know about. Anyway, I think we'll round off this episode here, because that's basically been, well, what today's like. Nothing particularly interesting, Sahara visiting. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.